A very good morning to one and all. So, in this particular podcast, we are going to go back 5 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago, when we really started to plunge into the origins of COVID 19. Let's go back like March or April 2020, when there were already news coming up about COVID pandemic. We were into a lockdown, and eventually. We started researching more and more. So it was me and my husband, Dr. Rahul Bahulikar. So we were at home in the lockdown, and we were like, not knowing when the pandemic would end. And since we are scientists from microbiology and biotechnology, we started to research more about the origins of COVID-19. Initially, we found papers on the coronavirus and its manipulations. So these were basically from the Ralph Baric lab. So Ralph Baric from North Carolina had already worked a lot on SARS-like coronaviruses. We eventually also found that Chi Zheng Li, the Batwoman, she was researching a lot on this bad coronaviruses, and she was basically bringing a lot of these bad coronaviruses from remote places like caves and those dwellings to a city like Wuhan. Now, Wuhan had a very high population of around 11 million, and the Wuhan Institute of Virology is one of the premium institutes. Apart from this institute, there are two more laboratories, major laboratories in Wuhan, like the Wuhan CDC and the Wuhan University. So this was the background, which what we found about. Now the next question is the seafood market theory, that the virus came from a Huanan seafood market. It was actually debunked back in April 2020, and like we had read some papers which told us that Huanan seafood market might not be the origin, because that was not the place where the pandemic started. And simultaneously we read the proximal origins paper. So this was a paper which was published in Nature Medicine that time, and it was like definitively saying that that the pandemic might not have started in a laboratory, and the evidences which were given were not very convincing to us. There was this Lancet letter by Dr. Peter Daszak. We also read that, and all of these really made us question, where did the virus come from? It was about early May, when we started